Welcome to I'm the Tigers News. I'm Alexis Richer. Thanks again for joining us today for the news we've been watching for you. Hardline House Republicans considering voting against the House GOP health bill are bracing for payback from a president who claims his favorite biblical passage is, quote, an eye for an eye. Many appear ready to risk it. The scheduled roll call vote for the bill backed by President Donald Trump is a crucial first test of whether Republicans are willing to defy the White House and face the wrath of a president who has bragged about never forgetting a slight. Trump has shown he's willing to use his megaphone and practiced counterpunch against his allies. But the vote comes as Trump's poll numbers have slouched and his White House is consumed with damaging distractions. A group of breakaway Republicans, including several members of the deeply conservative House Freedom Caucus, on Wednesday remain unbowed, taking comfort in the political safety they feel in their home districts. Private communications of Donald Trump and his presidential transition team may have been scooped up by American intelligence officials, monitoring other targets and improperly distributed throughout spy agencies, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee said Wednesday. An extraordinary public airing of often secret information that brought swift protests from Democrats. Republican Representative Devin Nunes comments led the committee's ranking Democrat, Adam Schiff, to renew his party's calls for an independent probe of Trump campaign links to Russia in addition to the GOP-led panel's investigation. Schiff also said he had seen, quote, more than circumstantial evidence that Trump associates colluded with Russia. The Islamic State group claimed responsibility Thursday for an attack by a man who plowed an SUV into pedestrians on a crowded London bridge and then stabbed a police officer to death on the grounds of Britain's parliament. The attacker was born in Britain and known to authorities who had once investigated him for links to religious extremism, British Prime Minister Theresa May said Thursday in a sweeping speech in which she also encouraged Britons to go about their lives. The Islamic State group said that the attacker was a soldier of the Islamic State who, quote, carried out the operation in response to calls for targeting citizens of the coalition of countries fighting ISIS in Syria and Iraq. A unanimous Supreme Court has bolstered the rights of millions of learning disabled students in a ruling that requires public schools to offer special education programs that meet higher standards. The court struck down a lower standard endorsed by President Donald Trump's nominee to the High Court. Chief Justice John Roberts said that it is not enough for school districts to get by with minimal instruction for special needs children. The school programs must be designed to let students make progress in light of their disabilities. The Wednesday ruling quickly led to tough questions at the confirmation hearing of Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch. Democratic Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois said the High Court had just tossed out a standard that Gorsuch himself had used in a similar case that lowered the bar for educational achievement. Parents at a New Jersey school are outraged after white students held a reenactment of a slave auction of a black child during class. A spokeswoman for the South Orange Maplewood School District outside New York says the assignment was not authorized by the district. Spokeswoman Suzanne Turner says a substitute teacher was in charge of the class at the time. The mock slave auction happened in the same district where students created posters for slave auctions as part of a curriculum about the colonial era. Single-digit temperatures this morning have given way for at least a little bit. Here's Mr. Charbonneau with the forecast.
Looks can be a little deceiving when it comes to the weather, but today at least, it will feel more like what it looks like outside. Bright sunshine dominates our weather today, and temperatures will actually respond, creeping just above the freezing mark before dropping overnight. It is during the overnight that some clouds start to roll in, bringing in some moisture. Now the question remains, in what form will that rain hit the ground? Right now, it looks like the morning could see a mixture of rain and then freezing rain before changing to all rain later in the day. High temperatures will move into the mid-40s. Light rain, it continues Friday night, and wet weather continues into Saturday and Sunday. Both days will be damp, cold, and raw. Now, initial data shows that the raw weather continues into next week as well. Mid-40s and on and off rain showers look like they will continue into much of next week. That's our forecast. We hope you have a great day.
USA Baseball routed Puerto Rico last night to claim the World Baseball Classic Championship. Here's Josh with some highlights.
USA Baseball clinched its first ever WBC championship last night with an 8-0 rout of previously undefeated Puerto Rico. U.S. and Toronto Blue Jay pitcher Marcus Stroman was dominant in his first performance, going 6 innings of no-hit ball. For a sport known as America's pastime, the U.S. had struggled since the WBC began in 2006. Twice, the Americans lost in the second round, and they went out in the semifinals in 2009. After the final out, the Americans massed on the mound, hugging and high-fiving while fireworks exploded in center field. Some of them grabbed a U.S. flag and circled the warning track, waving it in celebration with fans in the stands. The U.S. pounded out a 13-hit and finished with a 6-2 record while making the Final Four for the first time in front of 51,565 people at Dodger Stadium. Syracuse sophomore Tyler Lydon confirmed last night in a tweet that he will indeed head to the NBA draft. There were rumors that Lydon had not signed with an agent and had the option of returning to Syracuse if his draft stock was less than he hoped. Lydon joined several high-profile players from the ACC who declared their NBA intentions. Jason Tatum of Duke, John Collins of Wake Forest, Dwayne Bacon of FSU, Donovan Mitchell of Louisville, and Deng Adele of Louisville were among the players to toss their names into the 2017 NBA Draft sweepstakes. The round of 16 in the NCAA basketball tournament gets underway tonight when Oregon takes on Michigan. Gonzaga takes on West Virginia. Kansas takes on Purdue, and Arizona takes on Xavier. Winners advance to the regional finals on Saturday. Now, tomorrow night, North Carolina takes on Butler. Baylor takes on South Carolina. Kentucky plays UCLA, and Florida goes head-to-head with Wisconsin. These winners advance to regional finals on Sunday. That's it in sports. I'm Josh. Have a great day.
The Spring Blood Drive, sponsored by Mexico NHS, will be held on March 30th in the high school gym. Sign up to donate with Mr. Deckman. On Thursday, March 30th, at 7 o'clock in the Mexico Elementary Gym, there will be a Mexico cheerleading showcase. Seniors, $30 deposits are due to Mr. Charles for the senior trip by April 7th. That's all for us today. We'll be back at it next Tuesday. For the staff of On the Tigers News, I'm Alexis Richer. Have a great day.